Thank you, Coach.
You know, it's hard not to start with you're wearing an orange ribbon, and there's been a lot of hard losses lately. And so obviously our hearts go out to Hammett family. And Mia has been described over and over again as a person with great joy. And so to be able to play the game of basketball with joy tonight was, we hope, a gift to the people that are grieving. You know, the way that soccer has come out and played has been, but we don't have words for it. We tried to talk about it yesterday, but can't imagine what they've been through, and what an incredible example of courage and strength. Obviously, we lost Lenny Wilkins, and Percy wrote an incredible article about Lenny. And I think the thing that stand out to me in Percy's article is that he just wanted to make a difference, and he did. And so tonight, you know, we get to play the game that we love with people that we love, and we get to keep that in perspective. And so I'm so grateful for these young women, celebrate them tonight and celebrate a win, but also honor the hard time that we're also in.
Questions? Percy and Jared?
Hey there, Coach. How are you doing? I'm sorry, I'm just sort of caught by with the things that you said, which was fantastic, by the way. Hey, just on this game tonight, just when you have a game like this and you can get to play so many people, what types of things can you learn about your squad?
Yeah, I think so many good things, first of all, because our minds as coaches go to the things you're like, wow, we've got to work tomorrow on some things. And but the great thing is that you saw a lot of people play a lot of positions and do things that we've been practicing. You got to see them execute at a high level at times, you know, some changing defenses, some different things to communicate. I can really see our communication changing, the way we share the basketball, the way we're defending, connected-wise. But you also saw those things break down. And so it's early in the season, and we are just learning each other, and we're just learning our systems. And so to be able to, I think one of the great things about this team is their desire to solve problems quickly. And you can hear them communicating and trying to do that on the floor. And so it's a great sign of who we can become.
You know, obviously it's not a blessing, but to like have Elle out, is there something to like the next woman up mentality and just being able to maybe see Tegan and maybe get more minutes for Devin and like like those guys?
Yeah, I think that this is a wonderful team. I think that you know, even the way Elle has led while she's been out, has, you know, worked on her voice and supported, and then each player, like you said, has been able to step up and really step into a moment without fear because of the relationships that they have as a team. I think they can step into any moment and know that their teammates support them and will have each other's back. And so I definitely think that there's been a great push to do more and to try to be the best we can be while we've been down a player.
And say, if you could talk about the defense that you guys played in that first half. 10 points allowed in the first quarter, I think 9 in the second quarter. Just what was working so well defensively?
Yeah, I think the effort was really there. We understood the scout and what they were trying to do, and I thought we did a good job of trying to take that away from them. But yeah, I thought our communication on defense the first half was really good, so I think that was why we were successful in the first half.
And then just for people who just haven't seen you play much there, Yulia, your passing, is that something that's in your game? Where did the no-look passes come from, and just what was that about?
I don't know, I just love to share a ball with people. I really appreciate when my teammates share a ball with me, so sometimes I just won't pay back with this. So if I see the opportunity to give a pass, just happy to do so.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Coach, last year your team was really kind of centered around the three-point shot and getting on in transition, but today was really the front court that dominated and controlled the entire game. What kind of dimension do they add to this team?
A lot of dimension. I mean, I'd love to see that we have a strong post presence. I think the way that they have focused on positioning and sealing and understanding, you know, how to make themselves put themselves in a position for success. It's been a lot of hard work. I also think our guards are doing a lot of work early to make sure that they can get them the ball quickly, which I think is important as well. So it can add a lot of depth for us.
Britt McGarry looked like a natural out there, and that's just her second game. What have you seen from her so far this season in practice?
I was really excited to see her poise. You know, it looked like she was calm and confident. I love the way the team communicated. I think that she was able to play without, overthinking. She just played the game and played it with a lot of joy.
It kind of felt like you guys kind of plateaued a little bit in the second half. Felt like a lot of missed layups. What do you think you need to do to try to finish at the rim?
Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room. Our theme is habits of excellence. We really want to think about everything that we're doing is creating a habit, and we created some bad habits in the second half. And we can't do that. And so we want to take the mindset that we had in the first half and make that our identity, but it will take a lot of work. It'll take us the whole season to become the team that we want to become. And so we'll just take the clips that we see from that and the lessons from it and see how quickly we can solve problems before we go out and play again.
Any updates on Eladine?
I'm sorry?
Any updates on Eladine?
Oh, not just day to day is all I know.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. Just Savvy answered a question about defense. What have you liked out of the first 2 games? I know it's very early. That will probably change over the course of the year. What's key to your defense just throughout the course of the year to be the best that it can be this year?
I mean, I think the first thing everyone's going to always say is effort, but I do think the understanding of it is important. And I think the way that they've studied and tried to understand the way we want to play has been special. And obviously then you've got to put into practice what we're trying to do. And so I think the desire to play a little bit differently defensively has been there. And then the time it takes to learn it, and then obviously the effort it takes. So I like the path that we've begun, but we have a long way to go.
Yulia, last game we talked to Avery post-game, and she talked about coming here and the culture here. What have you seen early on? Was it the culture that maybe drew you here to Washington? Just how has this team, welcomed you in, and what have you loved about playing with this team so far? Obviously, again, very early.
Well, I spent whole summer, and it's almost the end of the autumn, I guess, so I spent a lot of time with girls. They welcomed me very warm. I felt like in a family from the very first days here. We spent a lot of time together on and off the court, and I really appreciated it because coming from one team to another, sometimes a little bit like a difference, so I really appreciate coaches and players for welcoming me really warm.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one for you, Coach, just kind of building off of, the welcoming part. I know, Bryn's going to do her own thing. She's obviously very highly touted, but having, a more veteran post player like Yulia, how much do you think that might help her as she kind of navigates her way through, learning college basketball and everything that will come with that?
Yeah, I think it's awesome that you have an opportunity to be with someone who's had such great experience, and I think the way that they actually care for one another's success, I think that, well, I could say that for the whole team, but I do think it's really neat when it's position to position. I saw Savia and Sienna shooting earlier, and you see your point guards and you see the centers, and it's really neat to see, and so I'm grateful for that.
Coach, you look at the rebounding today, 60-23 advantage for you guys. 6 or 7 players had 5 or more. I think Avery led the team in rebounds for a good portion of the game. Just have you seen everyone kind of adapt to just kind of crashing the boards and setting up those opportunities for second chance points?
Yeah, it's something we want to continue to get better at, and so I thought from game 1 to game 2 we had improvement, and that's all we want to see is just improvement, so I was excited by that.
And Savia, Yulia, on that note, just what's kind of the key for you guys when you're on the court, just kind of keeping the offense flowing when you guys do get the rebounds, either, quick resets or just getting it up quick? What's kind of the key for you guys in those second chance opportunities?
Yeah, I think obviously me and Yulia, she's my post, so we have a good connection so far, and it's been getting a lot better. But yeah, we try to push pace. We're still learning how to play off each other, but I thought today was really good for the both of us. She got me quite a bit of assists, just ducking in and trying to bury her player. So I think just trying to push the pace as much as we can, and then being able to flow in offense smoothly. But yeah, I thought today I was pretty solid.
Do one more question?
Or 2.
Montana shot 40 three-pointers out of their 62 field goals today, field goal attempts today. Was that a testament to the height that you guys have down low, or is that kind of always what you expected from them?
I think they adjusted well to the way we defended in the first half. I think we obviously made an emphasis that we didn't want them to score in the paint, and obviously they have some talented players at getting downhill. One in particular hurt us pretty bad last year, and so I think we definitely had a vision for trying to stop that dribble drive motion, and so they did a great job of just adjusting, getting the ball out quickly, and they became confident. They made a few threes, and that gets the team going, and and obviously credit to them for stepping up and hitting those shots. But I do think it was a change. It was a good change that they made.
Hey, you guys returned to the top 25, you know, for the first time in like 2 years. Just how important is that for this team? I guess I'll direct that to like Sailgating. You know, I think the last time was your freshman year, maybe. Just like how important is that for this team?
I don't think it's that important, but obviously it's like a good, not even a goal. That wasn't our goal, but it's good to get the recognition, I guess. But I mean, we know we still have a lot of work to do, so we can't get complacent, and still take every game seriously and just try to focus on the next game ahead.
And then to like that right there, it's a perfect sort of segue. You guys have your first road trip on Saturday. What things do you guys need to do between now and then? And what type of tests are you expecting from Utah? I don't know much about them. I know they went to the NCAA tournament last year. I don't know who they have back. Or well, they lost sort of Gina Neekins, yeah, so they lost her. But what type of tests are you expecting from the Utes?
Yeah, I've just started watching them, but they're very talented. They still shoot the three incredibly well, share the ball, score at a high level, and so obviously we gave up a lot of threes today, so that's something we're going to need to work on this week. But they're very talented, and I think they do a great job, so it'd be tough to go to their place and play.
Coach, Savia, Yulia, thank you for your time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Want to help them with the phones?